Having no luck at all in the first 600 metres. In behind them, third, the leader's back is Romantic Flyer. Gear has the cover fourth. 5 metres away, the Red Gum Coach. He's out still 3 wide. Star of Cindy in the centre. He's a Bloomfield, the rail, followed by Precarious. Magnetic Ray some 12 metres away. A break of 80 metres to Bark at the Moon, and 50 metres away, Hot Pink. Down the straight, 1,000 to go, and Maori Demon on the inside. He's had a very easy run by a metre. He leads Directum on the outside, who's worked in the first circuit. The Red Gum Coach has been deep from the outset. Romantic Flyers in a nice run behind the leader. Gear always handy. Precarious pulls to the outside 3 wide, followed by Star of Cindy. He's a Bloomfield back on the fence, tacking up his Magnetic Ray. Bark at the Moon 50 metres away, and 50 metres to Hot Pink. Along the back in the trot at the 600, Maori Demon. He's been left alone from the outset. He's still 2 metres clear. On the outside, Directum on a loose rein. Romantic Flyer gets to a clear third. Then Gear. In behind them, Precarious now pulling out. The Red Gum Coach is broken. Magnetic Ray under pressure out wide, followed by Star of Cindy. He's a Bloomfield. And out the back are Bark at the Moon and Hot Pink. Maori Demon, though, he travels to the home turn, 300 metres out by 3 metres. Directum's under a lot of pressure with Precarious. Romantic Flyer held up on the leader's back. Then Gear under pressure. In behind them came Magnetic Ray, followed by Star of Cindy, and he's a Bloomfield. But Maori Demon at the 200, given a cut with the cane now. He's still 4 metres in front of Romantic Flyer, boxing on with Directum, followed by Precarious and also Gear. But Maori Demon, he's clear over the concluding stages. He's pulling out sufficient, driven right out, and Maori Demon leads all the way, wins by 5.5 metres. Tight for the miners, maybe Romantic Flyer second, and nose Directum third, a very good run. Gear close up, then he's a Bloomfield. Back in behind them, Precarious, followed by Magnetic Ray, Star of Cindy. A gap to Red Gum Coach, followed by Bark at the Moon, and tailed off after missing the start was Hot Pink.
One in a photo there for race 7 at Moonee Valley.
Racing, and best out in the middle was Silent Mirth, straight to the lead now from Miss Chumley and See You Sam on the outside. Getting through Mrs. Opal at the first corner, and they were closely followed wide by Busking Streaker, Ballygo Beauty, Dash of Lime, and Admiral Sam is about third last as they go to the back. Silent Mirth has raced nicely clear. In second position, Mrs. Chumley, about 3 behind them, Mrs. Opal, followed by See You Sam and then Admiral Sam. On the corner, Silent Mirth is the leader, wearing it down Mrs. Chumley and Mrs. Opal. Miss Chumley getting through on the inside, I think, and yes, Miss Chumley just from Mrs. Opal. In third position, Silent Mirth from Admiral Sam, Dash of Lime. Further back then, Ballygo Beauty, See You Sam and Busking Streaker.
3-2-4, let's go now to Albion Park now. Into the back they go. Here's Damien.
A length and a half to Fury's Finito, 2 lengths to Corporate, 2 to Kiama Country, and 5 off last is Sigmund. 30.9 for the second quarter. And the leader is Vanston Lord at the 600. It's Vanston Lord by 2 lengths on Almost an Angel and Nero Cagini. Sona Fury fourth, but still 3 wide. Then Exotic Tempo from Jungle George. Fury's Finito 3 wide, starting a run, 2 lengths to Corporate. Then Kiama Country second last, and along last is Sigmund inside the 350. Vanston Lord is travelling well in front. A length and a half on Sona Fury, who's making a bit on the outside. Almost an Angel under pressure, then Nero Cagini from Fury's Finito. Vanston Lord at the top of the straight. A half length on Sona Fury, who's looming up. Almost an Angel in third place from Fury's Finito. It's Vanston Lord and Sona Fury. Vanston Lord travelling well. A half length in front of Sona Fury, and Vanston Lord is too good. Vanston Lord defeats Sona Fury. Corporate ran home well to get third in front of Fury's Finito and Almost an Angel. Then Kiama Country. A break to Nero Cagini, Exotic Tempo, Jungle George, and a long last Sigmund.
8-10-6 there, race 7 at Albion Park. Newcastle, they're pretty close to a start there.
Risky Butler, the inside runner. Reaching the start point, there's the blue light, they're racing. Good start, Risky Butler on the inside, got out smartly. Ready Red, no early speed, dropped straight back to the tail. And soon after the jump, beginning very smartly as Summersby Warrior and spearing straight to the lead from Risky Butler. Out deep on the track, he's the boss, making ground going to the first corner, followed by Shamaline, and then came Good Gains, a fair way back to Ambrose Street. Getting through on the inside, Ready Red after that slow start, a fair way back to Cloudy Century, and last of all is Millie Scott. Bell at the judge this time, coming up to the home corner, and Summersby Warrior is wheeling along in front, showing the way by a length and a half to Risky Butler as they turn the corner. Moving up third on the outside as He's the Boss, and taking off from a fair way back as Good Gains, and going up to them about 4 and 5 deep at the judge with a lap to go. Shamaline is next on the outside, followed by Ready Red making ground through it on the rail, and then the Cloudy Century, the favourite, has ended up third last as they go past the judge. Second last is Millie Scott, and last of all is the first starter, Armbro Street. After the bell, heading towards the back, and the lead time is 60.7, and it's Summersby Warrior on top, leading by a length on Good Gains. A length away third is Risky Butler. Next the outside is He's the Boss, followed by Ready Red. Then came Shamaline on the outside. Cloudy Century with a job in front of it. Back third last, Millie Scott second last, and last of all is Armbro Street. Heading on towards the 450. And it's still Summersby Warrior making play. Good Gains inching closer on the outside. Risky Butler's had a nice run in transit, followed by He's the Boss. Cloudy Century taking off very deep on the track and going forward, followed over on the inside by Ready Red, and then came Shamaline and Millie Scott. They've got 300 metres left to go. Summersby Warrior is the leader. He's the Boss out in the centre of the track, is running on well, and so too is Cloudy Century, winding up down the outside. 200 metres left to go. Risky Butler got off the fence. Risky Butler went up to take the lead. Cloudy Century is coming with a big run on the outside, but Risky Butler got clear close to home. Cloudy Century can't pick it up, and Risky Butler got in to score by about a half length to Cloudy Century. Third may have been He's the Boss from Ready Red, followed by Millie Scott, Shamaline, Summersby Warrior, and then came Good Gains, and last in was Armbro Street.
1-2 in a photo race 9 at Newcastle, 1-2, and a photo protest still on at Moonee Valley.
They're ready and racing. Dwelling was She Made It. Beginning well on the outside was Double Digit. Race straight to the front. A race 2 lengths clear from Rokem Socks. The inside Inquisitive Miss, and out wide was Sorted. A length next was Woodworm, followed by She Made It third last. Second last was Worthy Tread as they jam out of the straight. 5 last of all was Camden Lass. Down the back, and they let Double Digit career away. It's 6 lengths in front of Inquisitive Miss to second, the fence. Third was Sorted. 2 further back to Woodworm, followed by She Made It, Rokem Socks, and Worthy Treat, and back last of all was Camden Lass. Into the straight though, racing clear as Double Digit out by 6 in no danger, and Double Digit wins well. Double Digit first, second Inquisitive Miss, third was Sorted, followed by She Made It. Behind those Worthy Treat and Woodworm. Second last Rokem Socks, and last of all was Camden Lass.
Thanks, Rod. Good luck. 5-1 and 8, race 10 at Penrith. Now, Maori Demon, 210, 150. Big value for Romantic Flyer, 11.60, and direct them at $6.90. Quinella, $60.70 there, and the trifecta, 986.40 for race number 7, Moonee Valley. We'll take a break on Sky. 5-1 and 8, placed in the frame at Penrith.
The 90
Wings Ancestral Image, 90 cents, $1.95. QC Scott, they're just about set. Light on, away they go. Now Ancestral Image began fairly well, but Bearwood showing out. Couple from out wide, Shaz and Sea Probe trying to get across. Ancestral Image has still got the inside running as the turn comes up. Bearwood can't cross it, and he's just going to hold them out, Ancestral Image. By the skin of his teeth, he's kicked up and held them. Now getting through on the inside, we had Tote Call. Shaz is still 3 wide around Bearwood. Sea Probe was able to ease in for a trail. Down on the rails then, Nandina Bye Bye. Second last, Jacko Takeover, and QC Scott is back to the tail. Ancestral Image joined by Shaz as they go down the back, but they have steadied. Tote Call is behind the leader. Bearwood 1 by 1. Nandina Bye Bye 3 back the rails. Outside of it, Sea Probe, and they've slowed right up. 4 metres Jacko Takeover. 4 metres away, QC Scott at the tail. No pace on it all off the back straight. Ancestral Image led a metre. Shaz second. Tote Call on the inside. 1 out and 1 back then was Bearwood. Further back, Nandina Bye Bye. First quarter was run in 32.3. Well back, Sea Probe. On its back, Jacko Takeover, and QC Scott's got the job to do at the tail. Still Ancestral Image the leader, travelling pretty well as they come to the judge. 3 metres in advance of Shaz. Tote Call's had a very good run in behind the leader. Bearwood tapped up on the outside. Nandina Bye Bye looks for a run. Then Sea Probe, still well back, Jacko Takeover and QC Scott. They head to the back. back, only 33 for the second quarter. And the leader, Ancestral Image, by 3 metres to Shaz. Tote Calls in behind them, Bearwood running fourth. Then Nandina Bye-Bye, still nowhere to go. Sea Probe comes out 3 wide in front of QC Scott and Jacko take over in the centre. Leaders have done it pretty easy in the middle stages and is travelling well at the 400. Ancestral Image, 3 metres Shaz. Bearwood moves out 3 wide. Sea Probe push 4 wide. QC Scott's taking off 5 wide. And behind them, Tote Call looks for a run. Then Jacko take over Nandina Bye-Bye. Onto the bend, they swing 200 out. Still Ancestral Image going strongly. Bearwood runs to second. QC Scott with a very big run around the field. Oh, what a performance. It raced to them. QC Scott goes to Ancestral Image. Tote Call flashing home. QC Scott 5 wide around the bend, and it's come on him 1-2 metres. Ancestral Image, I think, Scott second in front of Tote Call. In behind them then, Jacko takeover from Bearwood, Nandina Bye-Bye, Sea Probe and Shaz.
Check those. Across the line, 6 in a photo, maybe number 8 Tote Call for second. We'll check the third one. Now, he's Pete at Wendy Park for race number 10.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, runners are on their way to the box. Race number 10 of the night. 7-2, the Yellow Magic Mabel, ready to jump. Racing. Magic Mabel missed it. On the outside, Carner's Kate won the start from Sin Bin. Along the rails goes Cousin Jack. Out wider was Ann Asset, followed by Magic Mabel, and further back Jason's Run, Clever Caper and Mekong Way. Carner's Kate sped away down the back from Sin Bin. Cousin Jack and Ann Asset are behind them. Then 5 lengths Magic Mabel right out of it. Further back then Jason's Run, Clever Caper and Mekong Way. Carner's Kate's in front. Leads 3 to Sin Bin. Cousin Jack behind them with Ann Asset. Carner's Kate the leader down near the line, and Carner's Kate too good. Carner's Kate wins from Sin Bin, third tight. Maybe Ann Asset over Cousin Jack, and they were closely attended by Magic Mabel, Mekong Way, Clever Caper and Jason's Run.
Thanks, Pete. 7-6 and a photo, race 10 at Wentworth.
They're set. Ready and away they go. Troop Carrier showing early speed with Alert Girl out wide. Woody is just in behind them. Delarak is going forward. In behind them Winning Fuel, followed by Rhode Island Red. Then Lightfoot Fella, Action Elmer, her special guest. Right way second last, and Ruling Fella walked out. He dropped out to the tail. Delarak leads out of the straight. Troop Carrier now easing. Alert Girl races around the outside to be second. She's still off the track though for a stride. In behind them came Winning Fuel. Rhode Island Red now races deep, followed by Lightfoot Fella. Woody is making ground the fence. In behind them came Action Elmerhurst, who went roughly. Then Special Guest. Right way second last, about 10 metres away. Given plenty of time to balance up, and Ruling Fella is last. 35 metres had covered the field. At the 1400 on the top turn, Delarak leads by 2.5 metres. 2 on the outside, Troop Carrier. He works up to be a clear second. Alert Girl has the cover now, fourth on the outside of Woody. In behind them, Winning Fuel. 4 metres away, Lightfoot Fella. Up on the outside, Rhode Island Red. Back in behind them, Special Guests. On the outside, third last, Action Elmerhurst. Right way second last, 5 metres away, and 4 metres to Ruling Fella. They've gone the first circuit, down the straight, 1,000 to go. Troop Carrier on the outside. He's now joining Delarak with a circuit to go. Right way from second last, now pulls to the outside, 3 wide. Action Elmerhurst comes out in front of him though. Alert Girl's always handy on the outside third. Then Woody the fence, followed by Winning Fuel. Action Elmerhurst is off the track, so right way he has the cover for the last 750 metres. He's second last. 3 wide though on the back of Action Elmerhurst, who hung there for a stride. In behind them, Winning Fuel, followed by Lightfoot Fella, Rhode Island Red, Special Guest and Ruling Fella. He's last and 3 wide on the back of Right Way. Down the back at the 500, Delarak being joined now by Troop Carrier. Alert Girl, she pulls to the outside, 3 wide. Action Elmerhurst not going well, 4 out. Right Way will have to go 5 wide, and Ruling Fella will have to go 6 wide. Woody the leader's back in the centre, Winning Fuel. Then Lightfoot Fella, Rhode Island Red and Special Guest. But Delarak, he found another gear on the home turn. At the 220, he found 3 metres. Troop Carrier, he's under pressure. Pulling out now, Woody seeing daylight. Then Lightfoot Fella. Right Way pulls to the extreme outside. Ruling Fella not in the race at the 120. Delarak in front. Lightfoot Fella has got out in plenty of time. And now Right Way, he's starting to knuckle down on the outside. Right Way coming home all over the top of them on the outside. Here's a run. Right Way has got up to win by 2.5 metres. 2 Delarak, third Lightfoot Fella. Special Guest is close up. Then Rhode Island Red. In behind them Woody, followed by Winning Fuel. Back in behind them Ruling Fella, followed by Troop Carrier. Action Elmerhurst has run second last, and last in a poor effort, Alert Girl.
They held at Albion Park, and we thank them for that, for the race 11, 1 and 9 for race out at Moonee Valley. So let's take you to the Wentworth Park dividends. The winner was
Dream 8. All set. Stand by. There's the blue light racing now. Talara Dream and Cavalier Savante were dropping back shortly after the start. Smooth Performer came out running. Another Dusty and Pavolito and Arc Title began well. They're racing up towards the lead shortly after the start. Happy Halden in 5th place from the MC. A length and a half to Cavalier Savante, who's dropping back to second last, and 2 off last is Talara Dream. Smooth Performer in front. Travelling towards the back at the 1700. It's Smooth Performer by 1 length on Pavolito. Another Dusty in 3rd place. Arc Title is 4th, and there goes Happy Halden. She was 3 wide, and she's now being set alight, and she's chasing these leaders. 2 lengths to the MC from Cavalier Savante, and Talara Dream is last. The lead time 35 even, and it's Smooth Performer in front by 3 parts on Pavolito and another Dusty. Happy Halden still 3 wide. She's being reined up and is chasing that breeze position. A length and a half to Arc Title. He'll be 1 by 2 on the running line soon. Then the MC, Cavalier Savante, and Talara Dream is still last, and the best part of 20 metres from the leader. It's Smooth Performer, 1,200 metres to run in front, and shows the way by a half length on Happy Halden. Another Dusty saving ground, 3rd the fence. Pavolito now receives cover 1 by 1. Then Arc Title, the MC. Cavalier Savante 3 wide is starting a run, and back at the rear of the field, Talara Dream. 30.7 for the first quarter as they lead the winning post behind them at the 900. And it's the 3-year-old Smooth Performer in front, only by a half length on Happy Halden. Another Dusty in 3rd place. Cavalier Savante is going forward but 3 wide. Pavolito between runners. Then the MC, Talara Dream, trying to track forward behind Pavolito. Last is Arc Title, 31.9 for the second quarter. Down the back, 6.50 out. Smooth Performer being held together by a half length on Happy Halden. Cavalier Savante's working up strongly, still 3 wide, but now in second place. Then another Dusty from Talara Dream. Pavolito is next. Second last, Arc Title, and the MC a half length behind them at the rear. 400 metres to go, and the pressure on in front. Smooth Performer has been headed by Cavalier Savante. 2 lengths behind them is Talara Dream. Then another Dusty and Happy Halden before the turn, and Cavalier Savante is travelling strongly. He's raced to the front, the favourite. It's Cavalier Savante, 2 lengths clear of Smooth Performer. Another Dusty and Talara Dream fighting on fairly well, but it's an easy win to Cavalier Savante. He's racing very well, and he's racing away to win by a big margin. Cavalier Savante first, second Smooth Performer, 3rd Talara Dream, then another Dusty, Happy Halden, the MC, Arc Title, and Pavolito towards the rear.
7, 2, 8, their race 8 at Albion Park, 7, 2 and 8. Cavalier Savante was far too quick for them tonight. Race 9
for them, round of the judge and 2 complete circuits. The Greys back about a length. Triple Bill when the starter said go. They're off and racing in the final event. And one of the smartest out was Hermosa Gold going straight to the lead. Joanna's Folly got away nicely and out deep on the track. Brooke Hanover is crossing, followed by Inform, and kicking through on the inside is D Such going to the first corner, followed by Inventory and then Man Leclerc. Triple Bill and Bureen Lad back together at the tail of the field. Coming up towards the home corner the first time, a little over 2 seconds left to go, and Hermosa Gold is the leader, and the driver immediately dropped anchor, slowed them right down. Leads up to the home bend from Brooke Hanover, moving up on the outside into second spot as they swing around the home corner. Followed close up on the inside by D Such. Going forward is Joanna's Folly. It's going to finish up outside the leader. Over on the rails behind those is Triple Bill, followed by Inform as they race by the judge. And a fair way back then to Inventory, Bureen Lad second last, and last of all is Man Leclerc. Past the judge, heading out of the straight, short of 2 circuits left to travel, and Hermosa Gold setting a leisurely pace in front, leading by 3 parts of a length to Joanna's Folly. A length away on the inside, running third is D Such, followed by Brooke Hanover 1 by 1. Right behind it is Inform, and then came Triple Bill, a grey over on the fence, followed by Inventory, Bureen Lad second last, and Man Leclerc is at the tail of the field. Down the back, 1,500 metres left to run, no change in the pattern. Hermosa Gold on top and wheeling and dealing, showing out by a half length on Joanna's Folly. Third on the rails, D Such enjoying a nice run. 1 by 1 is Brooke Hanover from the 9 gate, followed further back on the inside by Triple Bill and then Inform. A length further back to Bureen Lad, the favourites awkwardly placed. Inventory on its outside, and last of all is Man Leclerc. Bell at the judge this time as they come up to the home corner. 1100 metres left to run, and Hermosa Gold brings them around the bend in front of Joanna's Folly. Working hard at the leaders. Wheel over on the rails. Running third is D Such. Brook Hanover 1 by 1. Triple Bill is 3 back on the rails. On the outside of it is Inform. Still no change in the pattern as they race down the home straight. A length further back to Bureen Lad. Will need plenty of luck from there. On its outside is Inventory and last man Leclerc. They've got the bell. Willing to the turn out of the straight now. 8.50 to run. Out of Hermosa Gold has had the race run to suit, and it leads by a length. Running second, Joanna's Folly. Tucked away third is D Such. Brook Hanover next the outside, and then came Triple Bill, followed by Inform, Inventory. Bureen Lad trying to ease off the fence, and Man Leclerc is last. Down the back they race at the 500, and the race is on in earnest now. Hermosa Gold the leader. Inform is the first to make a dash at it, and Inform race straight past Hermosa Gold. Shot to the lead. Here's Inventory out of the pack, and Bureen Lad seeing daylight for the first time, running on pretty well at the 350. Inform is the leader, showing out by a length on Bureen Lad, starting to bridge the gap. Inventory next on the outside, and they've streeted the others about 5 lengths to Hermosa Gold. Looks a race in 3 as they turn the corner. Inform first into the straight. Bureen Lad's immediately under pressure. Inventory's trying hard, but Inform got away. Inform's about 3 in front now. Inventory and Bureen Lad can't match Inform, and Inform stretching right out is going to win it well. Inform first, second home Inventory, Bureen Lad every hope third, then Triple Bill, followed by D Such, Man Leclerc, a long way back to Brook Hanover, gave up weakly, and so too did Hermosa Gold, and Joanna's Volley was last in.
10-2-6, race 10 at Newcastle, 10-2 and 6. Now, Cavalier Savante, 175-125. Smooth Performer, 225, and Tillara Dream at 135. Quinella, $8.30. Trifecta, 29.30, race 8 at Albion Park. We've got a little ski action for you on Sky Channel.
Hi, I'm Pedro from the Pastoral Hotel, Port Augusta. We in Port Augusta look us up for a cold beer, top feed.
Hey, don't worry about that. Get down with this. Come on, Pedro.
I'm busy, too busy. Anyway, when you're in town, look us up, Taylor's Pastoral Hotel.
Let's go.
To the start, favourite backers have just about done their money. He's 60 metres away at the start. Payday Special began quickly, goes straight to the rails and will lead. Getting across, Tarleton Lad runs to second. Looks like he'll try and drop to the rails, and I think we'll get in front of Lionheart. Does. Wayvan moves up without cover. Grabbing the 1-1 trail is Springfield Jack. Down on the inside, Carto. 2 metres Willie Cracker. They're not going that quickly now, and so this will allow Flyboy to tack on, but he's given away a huge start. Into the back, a lap and 3/4 out. Payday Special, 4 metres in front of Tarleton Lad. Now taking off Springfield Jack quickly, whips around Wayvan. Lionheart in behind them, Willie Cracker on the outside, 2 metres Cardo, and he did tack on very quickly, Flyboy. They come off the back straight, a lap and a half out, and the leader is Payday Special by a metre. In second placing, Springfield Jack's Tarleton Lad on the inside. A couple away on the outside, then Wayvan, then Lionheart the rails. Willie Cracker biding its time, second last Cardo in an awkward position, and Flyboy at the tail. First quarter 32.3 as they straighten up for the siren, and it's Payday Special doing it nicely in front, led by a couple. Springfield Jack second, Tarleton Lad behind them. Now Wayvan's dropped a bit in the 1-1. On the inside, Lionheart 2 metres away then to Willie Cracker, going well. Cardo the inside and Flyboy at the tail, making their way towards the back. 700 out, 32.2 the second quarter, and the leader is Payday Special by a couple. Springfield Jack second, on the rails behind them, Tarleton Lad. Wayvan now picks up the bit and comes out 3 deep in front of Willie Cracker. Behind them then Lionheart. Pulling 4 wide was Flyboy, and Cardo goes between horses. They're all coming from the back. The leader Payday Special by a metre. Wayvan second, Willie Cracker 3 wide. Flyboy's moved up 4 wide. Tarleton Lad in behind them. Cardo there between horses, and further back Lionheart. Springfield Jack drops out to last. On the turn, Payday Special just just led Wavan. Willie Cracker 3 wide. Flyboy looks to be struggling. Then Tarleton Lad into the straight. Willie Cracker on the outside goes to the lead from Payday Special. Wavan, Tarleton Lad. Flyboy still a place hope, but Willie Cracker comes away. Willie Cracker beats nothing in it. Payday Special or Lionheart. Close up, Tarleton Lad, Wavan, Flyboy. He's a punter's nightmare. Then Cardo and Springfield Jack last in.
9 and a photo, race 8 Globe Derby, 9 and a photo there. Pretty close to a start in Brisbane. Let's have another quick look at the board for you.
They're set. Green light comes up and away they go. Perfect start. Gandara King and also Moonfellow showing speed with Rambo Dan. They make a line of 3. Just in behind them, Kaffelan Kim, followed by Mr. Tubbs and Jazz Band. Astral Spirit 4 out. Back in behind them, Ryle Elite, followed by Stalwart. Grainstor Flyer second last, and Pops Delight dropped out to the tail at the 1700 metres. And Moonfellow, he won that battle for the lead. He's 3 metres clear. Off the track is Rambo Dan making ground to tackle. Moonfellow for the lead down the back in the first circuit and looks like succeeding. Gandara King now third without cover. Jazz Band is fourth on the fence as a new leader, Rambo Dan, appears. Then Mr. Tubbs with cover. In behind them, Kaffelan Kim. Ryle Elite 6 metres away. 8 or 10 metres to Grainstor Flyer. Then Stalwart. Second last is Pops Delight. And last on the fence, Astral Spirit. Well, just for a stride there on the top turn. Ryle Elite went very roughly indeed. He's now travelling up better to be 3 back on the outside. Inside the lap into quarter, the leader, Rambo Dan. At his wheel is Gandara King, a metre back, and third is Moonfellow. Mr. Tubbs having a nice run on the outside, then Jazz Band. In behind them came Kaffelan Kim. 3 back on the outside, Ryle Elite, being trailed up in turn by Grainstor Flyer. He's 4 back on the outside and 4th last. On his inside is Stalwart. Second last, Pops Delight, and a metre back on the fence, Astral Spirit. They've got a lap to go at the 850, and Rambo Dan, he goes to the back straight, almost 2 metres clear of on the outside, Gandara King. He sat without cover from the outset. Moonfellow, the leader's back, trailed up by Jazz Band. Then Mr. Tubbs on the outside. Back in behind them, Ryle Elite, followed by Kaffelan Kim. Grainstor Flyer 6 metres away. Then Stalwart, second last Pops Delight, and last Astral Spirit. Along the back of the 550, Rambo Dan held together by a metre and a half to Gandara King, still creeping closer. A metre back is Moonfellow. Then Mr. Tubbs, followed by Jazz Band. In behind them, Ryle Elite, followed by Kaffelan Kim. Grainstor Flyer 4th last, now pulls to the outside, 15 metres off the lead, 250 out before the turn. Then Pops Delight, Astral Spirit and Stalwart on the home turn of the 220. Rambo Dan, he still leads by a metre. Gandara King now shaken up on the outside, is joining Rambo Dan. Mr. Tubbs pulls to the outside, followed by Moonfellow. Grainstor Flyer not in the race at the 120. Gandara King, he grabbed Rambo Dan. Mr. Tubbs is trying to pick up Gandara King. He's worked in the run, Gandara King. He's in front and he's too good for them. Gandara King is won by a neck to Rambo Dan. Maybe Mr. Tubbs third, and nose to Jazz Band. Tight for the minors. In behind them, Kaffelan Kim, followed by Moonfellow. Then Astral Spirit, Stalwart. Pretty poor effort by Grainstor Flyer. He's run second last. The driver looking around at his forelegs too. And last in was Pops Delight.
3-5 a photo, race 9 at Moonee Valley. They held at Albion Park. They started.
Bonnie Bell Media scoring up well. Set for a start. Ready. Racing now, Force 1 showing little speed. Bonnie Bell Media came out quickly, but Joy's Romeo from out wide was given one crack with the whip and dashed straight across the face of the field to lead by 3 lengths on the first turn. Joy's Romeo in front by 2 lengths on Velvet Otara, Bonnie Bell Media. Tawny Miss 4th on settling down. Fella Dreamers caught 3 wide from Force 1 angling off the fence. Then Bill's Domain. Loco Flyer next from My Poplar, who's caught deep. Then Recapo Lass on the rails. A length and a half to Tasman Rover second last, and the favourite Sweet Liberty is a half length behind them at the rear. Joy's Romeo in front, racing towards the 1600. Fella Dream is out wide and working hard and looking for the lead. And shortly afterwards, Fella Dream finds the fence. Lead time 36. Fella Dream in front by a length and a half on Joy's Romeo. My Poplar out 3 wide is striding forward to be third. Then Velvet Otara from Tawny Miss. They're followed next by Bonnie Bell Media in the running line. On the outside of Bill's Domain. 1 length to Force 1 drifting back from Recapo Lass. Loco Flyer third last, second last Tasman Rover. And Sweet Liberty still at the rear of the field. But Thomas coming 3 wide on the favourite, and she's starting her run. 31.8 for the first quarter of the mile as they make their way down the home straight towards the winning post, just over 1,000 metres out. Fella Dream in front, but here's Sweet Liberty. Thomas said go, and Sweet Liberty has come from last, and in the space of 200 metres, she's on the fence in front. Sweet Liberty now a length and a half on Fella Dream and My Poplar third. Joy's Romeo fourth. Then Velvet Otara, who's tracking forward nicely from Tawny Miss coming off the fence. Then Bonnie Bell Media now 3 wide from Bill's Domain. Force 1, Recapo Lass. Loco Flyer second last, and dropping out last is Tasman Rover. 31.8 for the second quarter. Sweet Liberty in front. Velvet Otara 3 wide, making a quick bid.